Hey, we're here in Miami.
We are here in Miami at Bitbasel.
That's right.
We drove down. We had a lovely drive down here from Orlando, but this is an amazing event. It actually tops the night off pretty good here.
I took the train.
Oh, you took the train?
Yeah, the Bright Line train. 3 hours.
He was smart. It took me 7 hours to get down here. But Nathan, tell me a little bit about, I know you have a deeper relationship with Bitbasel and the VR ARA. Maybe you can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, for a few years we've been trying to collaborate with the Bitbasel team, and really we see that, within the XR ecosystem there's a whole category of art and blockchain that really needs to be represented. And it's, if you look at the history of, some of the most valuable pieces of assets in the world, art is one of them. And the transition that we're seeing into the digitization of art, blockchain, and whole 3D and immersive, it makes this a really important category in the industry. And so our mission with the VR Association is to help support all these different categories, cross-pollinate education, knowledge share, and Bitbasel has just done a phenomenal job of taking an extension of Art Basel and then digitizing it, and it's grown over the years. We promote each other's member base and also try to just promote each other.
Sure.
It's been good.
So what I found interesting is we were talking to a gentleman today that's really heavy into the blockchain aspect, and he was trying to figure out the connection between the VR ARA, extended reality, and how it kind of fits in with blockchain. And I was giving an example of a company within our industry, which is hospitality, where they're using blockchain to do transactions to order food. They've actually partnered up with gaming companies and metaverse companies to, you can actually be playing a game and you can order your food without leaving the game using blockchain technology. So,
wow.
There's all this ways to combine all the technologies together, and it's kind of like this overlying technology that there's still some education that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But I think this is a very important relationship between the two organizations, and I look forward to see where this is headed in the future. For those of you interested in the South Florida chapter, I'm the South Florida president. We have some events coming up early next year. We have a partnership with the University of Miami. We're going to be doing the Health Summit, and we're looking at doing another event in February with the XR Summit. So if you're interested in joining and being part of the South Florida VRA chapter, I encourage you to reach out and to learn more. We'll certainly tell you all the benefits that are available to you, but certainly networking events like this and getting together and talking to other communities is a critical piece.
Yeah. I've been really impressed with Florida in terms of the innovation, but also like the sophistication around ROI within all of immersive technology. So the universities you mentioned.
And I think that's the interesting part is as we start to do the outreach, I look at things a little bit differently and maybe through a different lens, where I'm trying to go after the business community that does not understand XR or VR, AR strategies, and teach them how they can bring these techniques into their businesses to streamline operations, increase profitability. The ROI on something like VR training, for instance, is ridiculous. So it's a very powerful message. We have very strong business communities down here. Is the XR community huge in South Florida? No, but there are these very unique niche pockets of areas that we can really delve into.
Yeah. What I love about you too, Skip, is you see the opportunity in XR, but in hospitality, which you're an expert in terms of working with some of the biggest brands in the world, implementing technology for hospitality and restaurants, and you see like, hey, there's a gap here that industry hasn't quite pulled this tech into, and you're helping everybody do it.
Well, it's interesting because my background is hospitality, but I saw what the VRAR Association was doing, and I was exposed to other verticals and seeing how they were leveraging this technology. And so that's why Magic 8, my company, was born. It was a consulting company that is really combining XR with hospitality and teaching hospitality how to use XR to their advantage. It's a technology that they're not used to using. So once again, educational process, but once they see the ROI and understand the use case scenarios, that it's really about storytelling, is what it is.
Well, I'd love to hear, because, like, we're in Miami. It's one of the most hospitable places on the planet. People come here from all over the world. I mean, I was up in Orlando, and I told everybody I was coming to Miami, and they're like, "Oh, I'm jealous. I want to come to Miami." And it's like, why? It's just fun. It's beautiful. The weather's great. But I would love to hear from you, like, what is one of your, like, favorite use cases that you could foresee hospitality using? There's many of them, like, there's the stuff behind the scenes with ROI on the back of house, but there's also some cool stuff front of house.
There's some very cool stuff front of house. I do see augmented reality, enterprise augmented reality, being the future of some of the technology that we're looking at, specifically within restaurants and hotels. For instance, augmented reality glasses, where, for instance, the engineering department in a hotel could actually put on their AR glasses and see if the equipment's, running IoT sensors on top of the digital twin to see if there's overheating or how to fix something, or have remote support all at the same time. I think about some crazy ideas, which I happen to know is already being done in the restaurant side of things, where a manager could actually look out into their restaurant and see who their best customer is, see the last time a table was touched, because we're all about hospitality and how many times you visit a customer. Even doing things like efficiencies within the restaurant to determine, is there something going on in the restaurant that the computer vision can see, and feeding it through my AR glasses and projecting it into my glasses that can help improve speed of service, which at the end of the day is beneficial to the customer and makes the customer happy. And it's all those touch points. That's what makes hospitality.
When I was in college, I worked at hospitality, at the ground level as a server, and it's amazing the amount of effort and work that goes on behind the scenes. I mean, like, as a kind of an executive, working in business now, you think a lot of big strategy, but then you take it down. I mean, it's amazing what gets accomplished at a restaurant.
It is. There's a lot of moving parts. There's some technology out there where when a restaurant launches, they have to get teams of people together to orchestrate the launching of a new restaurant, teach new people, learn about the equipment and things. There's technology out there where you can set up entire virtual kitchens and put headsets on all your team members and work in this virtual kitchen prior to the restaurant opening, but they're working in a real live environment and interacting with each other all at the same time. So there's a lot of great stuff that's coming out in the hospitality space.
And from an entertainment standpoint, I have a special request from you, because you do this hot sauce tasting thing. I want to see you doing it in the metaverse, or if that's a bad word for some people, in a 3D world.
Well, then you don't see my true pain as I'm eating the hot sauce. But if that's what you want, that's all I'll provide.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I might even join you. We could do it a social thing. Everybody could come together and taste together.
Is that a challenge?
Let's do it.
All right. You heard that. It's a challenge. All right, Nathan. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time here. I appreciate you coming down and supporting the South Florida chapter.
Yeah, thanks for all you're doing here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I know the community appreciates it, and of course I do too. So
thank you so much.
All right.